This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today, we're going to be building our own family tree and creating dynasties with many different lineages. We're going to be having grandparents and great-grandparents and grandchildren and marriages going across, and we're trying to get the most points doing so. This is from Calliope Games called Ancestree. It is designed by none other than Eric Lang. It's for 2 to 6 players, takes about 30 minutes to play, or less actually. So let's take a look. Over the course of Ancestry, you're going to be building your own family tree over 3 different rounds from different lineages, here denoted by icons and or colors. The game is played over 3 rounds. Each round, each of the players is going to get 6 tiles to choose from, and they're going to draft from these tiles. Once a player has selected one, they'll place it face down in front of them, and they'll pass all these to the player to their left in rounds 1 and 3, and to the right in round 2. Once everyone is selected, they'll then flip this up. The first tile you'll place will just be in the middle, can obviously be anywhere in front of you. All tiles after that have to be connected in one of 2 ways. One, by one of these leaves. So this one could go like this, as that connects to that. Obviously, some other leaves you can see can connect to this, and so on and so forth. This one doesn't have any leaves below. In a subsequent round, obviously this one has a heart. You could connect any heart here, and the heart could be any gender or any in any lineage or any type of family. As long as they connect at least a heart or one of the leaves, none of the other things have to connect, but you're always connecting to at least one of the places in your family tree by a leaf or a heart. And as you're selecting your 5th tile for the round, the 6th card will get discarded, so you're going to have up to 5 per round. If for some reason you take a tile you can't place, it just gets discarded, but most of the time you'll be placing 5 tiles per round. Now, each family member is going to get a coin for each of the coins shown. So 2 here, 1 here, they get 5 coins. And coins are different denominations in the game, and they are cardboard chits like this. Also, these coins are given by these people each round. So someone that placed this tile in the first round, over the course of the 3 different rounds, they'll get a total of 6 coins for this person. So coins are better earlier than late. Next, we'll look at continued dynasties. These are the same color and or family, essentially by the icons as well. And you're trying to see how many generations do you have of this dynasty. Here I have 3 because they are actually 1, 2, 3. As long as they're linked through the leaves like this, you have 3. You'd look at the players on your left and your right. For each one you have more than them, meaning if they had 2 or less, you would get a specific point. In round 1, in this color here with the elephants, we would get 1 if we beat the player to our left, and 2 of them if we beat the player to the left and our right. If you're tied, you don't get 1. You would do that for each of these, looking at your neighbors, scoring 1, 2, or 0 if you didn't beat any of them for each of those in the round. You do the same at the end of the 2nd round, getting points and coins, and the same in the 3rd. This is how it might look at the end of the 3rd round after having 15 tiles and not having discarded any. And at the end, you get a point for each of the coins. You'd get a point for each of the face values on these tokens. These are worth 1s, 2s, and 3s. And then you get a certain amount of points depending on how many marriages you had in your family tree. Well, first I'll start off with the fun, unique theme that this is. I mean, building a family tree sounds cool. I love historical type themes and games. And doing that felt fun and cool, and I'm glad that they're reaching out and doing different themes here. It makes sense mechanically and theme-wise, so I like the unique theme of building your own family tree. Now the game is very easy to teach. This is sort of a gateway style. This is part of their Titan lineup where big designers like Eric Lang, among others, build sort of family games that fit in that Calliope Games style of family games, and this definitely does that. It's a really easy game to teach and to get people going quickly. It's a great gateway to drafting games. If you ever wanted someone to play 7 Wonders, this would be a great game to play first to teach them the basics of drafting, how you select one, and then you put it down, you pass the rest, then you flip, and you're looking at what other people are doing. It's a great introduction and great gateway to drafting for anyone that you want to teach that. I love the 7 Wonders style sort of neighbor competition and competing with them, where throughout the game, not only are you competing them at the end of the rounds, but as the rounds go on, every decision you're looking over at both neighbors and you're looking at yourself and you're going, okay, what do I have? What do they have? What do I have in my hand? What should I do? Should I go for this and really fight for this? Or should I go off for something new here? And you're constantly, every single decision, you're looking left and right. And it makes it for a very interesting game. It did in 7 Wonders for the military, and it does here for the main part of the dynasties that you're building against your 2 neighbors. I like that aspect of it. I like the great different choices of gold, marriage, or dynasties. So, the beginning of the game, the first round, the gold means a lot because if you have someone with 2 gold, that's going to get you 6 gold by the end of the game. Not too bad. Towards the end of the game, the gold doesn't mean quite as much. It's okay, but you're probably better off trying to get those big lineages. So it's kind of has an interesting arc where at the beginning, the gold's really worth so much. And then towards the end, you really need to get the points because the points escalate up for those dynasties as the rounds go on. And of course, the marriages, the more you get, the more points you get. There'll be about 5 points apiece after you hit a certain threshold. So you're always trying to figure out, what should I be going at depending on different times of the game. And I like that aspect of this. I like when you're figuring out your dynasties and you're drafting, you're like, I could go ahead on this dynasty right now on both of these people. But I'm going to be capping it off because there's no leaves above me, or you're doing the same on the bottom. There's no leaves below me. And you've got these tough choices where it's like, do I want to just go for this now and get the points now, knowing that I'm not going to be able to add to this next round? Should I just go for it now and hope they go for something else? Or do I want to wait for something else that hopefully has leaves on both sides, where I can continue to fight for that next round? Good choices for how simple the game is. The game scales well up to 6 players. It moves very fast because, again, drafting games move fast generally. This does, and it's the whole neighbor thing, so it goes really quick. And if you're scoring, if everyone sort of learns how to score and can score themselves, the game moves very fast. And even with 6 players, you can definitely play this in about 25 minutes. At the end, it's really fun to look at what you've built, to look at your family tree, to look at others and see how they're different. Not only in just the different dynasties and how they're laid out, but also just the physical look of them. Some of them might move sideways more than others. Some of them might go straight up on one corner. Some of them might do like a Y. Some of them might do like a T. It's fun to look at the different family trees and see how different they are on each other. Anything I didn't like about the game? Well, the game had different families, and they had one piece of artwork for them, all the male tiles and all the female tiles. Now, I know that there's a lot of tiles in this game, and to have an individual piece of art on all of those probably would have been too expensive to the point where the game would need to have been priced to a point that's not indicative of a game of this light and nature, and I understand that, but I'm putting cons. I would have liked to have seen all the artwork, different people on every one. So when I looked at my family tree, as cool as it looks, I don't want to see the same people over and over in the tree. I want to actually see different people. I think that would have taken this game from a very good game to an excellent game, just seeing that there. I understand probably why they didn't do it, but I really would love to see this maybe in a deluxe edition or something like that, come with different pieces of art on every single tile. Also, the 2-player variant, essentially you're playing against someone and you would get 2 tokens if you beat them in a dynasty, and it's just not that interesting. 2 players usually isn't that interesting drafting wise. This one is not as well. I've seen other games that do variants of drafting for the 2 players that I've seen work before in the past, but this one here, I wouldn't recommend it with 2 players. 3 or more, it's excellent. But that's it for me. If you're looking for that entry-level drafting game with a cool theme that anyone can play, they can play very quickly, 30 minutes or less, then you're going to want to check out Ancestree.
This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com.